one in the family.
Well, the Jets are pretty trash. You know what I mean?
They are. Oh, I agree, 100%.
Oh, hello. It's Wednesday.
Oh, wait a minute.
It's Wednesday night. You know what that means.
Mm-hmm.
On your mark, get set.
Set.
Let's go.
I love
Football
that intro.
freaks, gridiron geeks, have no fear. The Horsemen are here in the flesh, baby.
Hell yeah.
What's going on, everybody? Happy Wednesday to you. Hope your Wednesday night is going well. Hey, Pizzle, 90, Alex, fan of the Aqua and Orange, the 3-0 Miami Dolphins. Next to me is a Steelers fan. You might know him best as LC Muscles 28.
What's up?
Yes, sir. Joining us later will be Tiny Tim, and I sent the link also to somebody else. Hopefully he gets that, because that would be cool, if you know what I mean.
Oh, it absolutely would be.
So we talk about week 3.
Absolutely.
Before we get to week 4, let's do a little recap. Bye-bye.
Let's do it.
Started off last Thursday. It was the Steelers and the Browns. Jacoby Brissett led the Browns to a come from behind victory over the Steelers, 29-17.
Man, the things I have to say about this game, I didn't get to really do a crow. I had a bunch of other stuff going on, including something that I didn't tell you guys. I forgot to say it, but I was waiting for it to, hopefully because it was complete BS. But I ended up getting a copyright strike on one of my videos, so I wasn't able to publish for 7 days. But thank God it was removed. And now I'm good to go. But anyways, if I did my crow video, here's what I would have said. The first half offense, for the most part, was pretty good, other than the first couple drives. Why did Matt Canada abandon that in the second half and just go back to being conservative? It was not necessary at all. And the less said about that last touchdown at the end of the game, the better. It was absolutely pathetic. The Steelers defense just needed to get themselves waking back up. I feel like now that we got another nose tackle coming in to start over Tyson Alalu, I think it's going to really help. We got a team that we could definitely beat this week, which I'll talk about later when we do our picks. And this is a big win because for the next couple of weeks are going to be tough, and we need this game coming up. So
now, something I have to ask you.
Go right ahead.
Is it time for them to make a switch at quarterback?
Absolutely not. I do not think it's time to make the switch at quarterback. I feel like
Pickett
will have his time.
I hear people are already calling for Kenny Pickett to start.
Oh, of course. A lot of people are. But the problem is, I don't think it's time yet. I think you need to give Mitch Trubisky a little bit more time. I feel like right now that Mitch Trubisky should be the starter at least until week 6.
At least until week 6.
I think at least until week 6, he proves himself. because we got 2 games coming up against AFC East teams, and he needs to prove himself. Pure and simply put, he needs to prove himself. I don't think Pickett should start right away. He will start at some point this season, but right now, I think mostly the blame for last game was on Matt Canada, and it was on not always the one on Matt Canada, but it was also on the defense not being able to stop Nick Chubb.
Well,
And
I mean, you
also
don't have
Terrell
TJ
Edmonds.
Watt.
Yeah, that is true. We will probably get him back for probably the week 7 game, but right now it's gonna be tough. I understand it's gonna be tough without TJ Watt, but we need to we need to be better. Terrell Edmonds and Devin Bush, I don't understand how they're still starting. It just blows my mind. But otherwise, though, I think the Steelers can rebound. I think we'll be fine down the road. But it's just a rough start to the season. We've had before, and we still turn things around. Look at 2013 when we started off 0-4. We ended the season off 8-8. So anything could happen. The second
Anything
half
can happen in the NFL.
Exactly.
Any
Anything
given Sunday.
That's why they say
or
it.
Tuesday, or Thursday, or Monday.
Or Tuesday. Yeah, like Tuesdays. Remember the one that was Tuesday Night Football?
Yeah, that was awesome. Next game, let's talk about the Bills and the Dolphins. The butt punt. Let's talk about the butt punt. How hilarious was that?
That was honestly really funny. I could not believe that.
When I saw that at my work, I was laughing my ass off.
I bet, dude. I don't know how you could not just sit back and laugh, though.
And then Ken Dorsey losing his absolute mind when the Bills lost.
I thought that was just great. It was that whole game was meme worthy.
I've seen that clip at least 300 times since
same.
Sunday.
Dude,
but we got the win 21-19 over the Bills. First time we beat the Bills in 7 games.
That's insane to think about. That's the first win in that long.
3-0.
You guys deserved it.
We're 3-0, and we are top of the power rankings for a lot of lists.
Right now, it's the Eagles and Dolphins. Right now, the Eagles and Dolphins are the top.
Very top, the upper echelon, and as the song says, Miami Dolphins #1, baby. That
is a very good point.
That's right. Now, as it comes to tomorrow night, there's a lot of question marks whether Tua is going to play or not because of his ankle or back. I think he will.
I think he has to play, especially because you get the mini bye after that.
True. And then same thing with Jalen Waddle, something with his groin, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think he'll play as well.
I agree. I don't see why he doesn't play.
But back to this game, I think it was the best game of the week.
I think it was. It was the game of the week. We saw it was the game of the week, and it was the game of the week.
And it
apparently played.
Was. The Bengals beat the Jets 27-12. Nothing really.
Not really much to talk about in the game. The Jets will be making a change at quarterback, though, and I'm very happy with that. They're making a change for the quarterback. They're going back to the MILF hunter.
Hide the MILFs.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, no. Bring the MILFs because they got to boost their attendance, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh, of course. They got to fix the attendance issues. The MILFs will definitely help. Zach Wilson, though, coming back, you're going to see a lot of wet spots in those seats come
next time they play. Very true. And you love to see it. You got to keep the women happy.
Oh, you got to. Absolutely.
Especially if they're.
What's up, Bills Mafia? How you doing?
Oh, hold on a second. Let me see if I can pull this up.
Oh, you got it, dude. I really hope you can pull this up.
Let me see if I can pull this up.
Speaking of, since he's in the chat.
Let me just share this real quick to a couple of groups.
I already shared it on my YouTube, so we're good to go.
Next game, let's talk about the Titans and the Raiders. This game was kind of back and forth.
It was.
The Raiders had a chance to win it, but Derek Carr ended up, I think he threw an interception late.
He did. He did throw an interception late. I was watching my buddy Raider Ben stream. He had a really funny stream on Sunday, though. But, man, can you believe the Raiders are the only team to be an 0-3 record right now? It's like 2 teams are 3-0, 1 is 0-3, and everyone else has either had 1 or 2 losses. It's absolutely crazy to think about.
Mm-hmm.
Because you had 7 teams at the beginning. 7 teams were 2-0 before Sunday, and then
there it is.
Absolutely nothing.
Okay. I'm going to save this for a little bit.
All right, go right ahead.
Next up, next game on the list, we have from last week. It was the Saints and the Panthers.
Oh, God.
Baker Mayfield finally wins, and Jameis Winston throws some more Apple turnovers. Panthers got the win 22-14.
I'm surprised the Saints look this bad in offense. I think the Saints' offense might be worse than the Steelers. And give it credit, though, Jameis Winston has been on the team longer than Mr. Trubisky has. And yet the Saints players are finally starting to call out Jameis Winston. They're even saying, like one of the guys, Cameron Jordan, said after the game, this was from a YouTube channel I watched. He's a big Saints fan. He goes and says that even the team captains were saying, maybe you should listen to the fans and the media when it comes to the quarterback situation.
Perhaps.
That's actually pretty insane to think about. Your team captains don't even have faith in Jameis Winston anymore. That's unreal to think about.
That's sad.
Is it time to go to the Red Rifle?
There are rumors that he might be starting because Winston he's got fractures in his back.
Yep, a back fracture. Yep,
he's got fractures in his back, and I don't know how the hell he's still playing.
I think he should be back. Like Justin Herbert and Jameis Winston both need to take a week off. Especially Justin Herbert, because we'll talk about Damien a little bit.
We'll talk about that game in a little bit.
But man, oh man, Jameis just does not have it though right now, man. And I really think he needs to be. I realistically think he needs to be benched. Even some of the guys like Saints Uptown, yeah, they're all.
But for Andy Dalton though,
Andy Dalton's capable. He's not injured. They're both not injured.
They're not, and he's won before. He's a proven winner.
Andy Dalton is a proven winner.
Ravens and Patriots.
Oh my goodness, this
Mac Jones is going to be out for at least a few weeks, so they're going to have to rely on Brian Hoyer.
Speaking of, we'll talk about that Patriots game later on. But I'm going to say this right now, and I'm not going to get it twisted. I'm just going to say this right now. Ravens Red Zone. If you're out there listening, I want you to pay attention to this very carefully.
I actually saw his picks video earlier today.
Oh, you did?
I did.
I'm surprised he's still on. But here's the thing. The Ravens are a double-edged sword. They're great on offense, but their defense this year has been completely terrible. It's a lot left to be desired, allowing 42 to Miami, even though it was 24-9, the Jets put up a ton of offensive yards. And then the Patriots with one of the worst offenses in the league. Like if I had to say the top 5 worst offenses, the Steelers are up there. The Saints, the Patriots are definitely in the conversation. Probably the top 3 worst offenses in the league. The Commanders. Well, even though Carson Wentz is actually top 5 in the league in passing yards.
He's trash, though.
Carson
Wentz is trash.
I'm going off the stats, though, and Carson Wentz is top 5 in the league in pass, which is crazy. I know, but still, I'm just saying it just to say it, but still, you're still allowing these teams to put up yards, and now you're going against Buffalo. Good luck with that, Ravens. If you allow 26 to Mac Jones and the Patriots, imagine what's going to happen when the Steelers play the Ravens in December, because we're playing you guys in week 14, week 17. I'm waiting for that. Trust me. Those hate weeks I'm going to be ready for. They got Ravens, Panthers, and Saints in the second half of the season. Oh my God, my hate weeks for them are going to be great, and I'm going to talk more about that later on. So
just you wait.
Oh, I agree.
Just you wait. Speaking of the Commanders, they got swamped by the Eagles.
Oh, dude, the Eagles right now,
24-8.
I think the Eagles right now I think the Eagles can make the Super Bowl this year. I think the Eagles right now are a fantastic team, hands down. Wait a minute. It's the man who's coined the phrase himself.
The man is here.
Yeah.
Hey.
What's good, my brother?
Better late than never, y'all. What's up?
Exactly.
Why not? You said the Eagles to the Super Bowl, possibly?
Eagles, right now, they have one of the best the most complete teams in the league.
Can you believe he said that about the Philadelphia Chickens?
Well, they got the talent.
They have the talent.
Yes, they certainly do.
And the reason why I say that is because of A.J. Brown. That A.J. Brown added the Eagles probably the best trade in the offseason, I think, right now. I think that was the best trade.
Probably.
AJ Brown has made that Eagles offense into a completely different offense. He just opens up so much for Jalen Hurts, and it's insane.
He had 3 touchdowns, 340 yards. That's pretty freaking good.
Yeah.
Pretty
it
freaking
is.
good for the Eagles. Commanders got the L. Lions and Vikings. Vikings came back, put up 14 points in the fourth quarter. They get the win 28-24. Pretty solid effort there, if I do say so myself.
I agree, but this was also in a video channel I follow. His name is Jaguar Gator 8. Jaguar Gator 9. He made a video about dumb decisions about the Lions going for it on 4th down. On that field goal. Why would you go for the field goal in that time frame? You had so much time left, and yet you could have prevented the Vikings from winning. But what do? You go for the attempt, you miss, and then the Vikings came back and won it. They could have won that game.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda.
But at the end of the day, there was nothing they could do. They just.
I think they'll get back on track this week. They're playing the Seahawks.
Really hope they do.
We'll see.
I really hope they do. But man, that was just a tough loss. I think that was on Dan Campbell. But the Lions, though, they're still competing with a lot of teams, so I'm not going to complain there.
That's true. That is very true. Colts get their first win of the year, and the Chiefs get their first loss of the year as the Colts beat the Chiefs 20-17.
Who saw this one coming?
A last-second interception from Patrick Mahomes, something we haven't seen in quite a while.
No, quite a while, exactly. Yeah. I think the Chiefs just completely choked that game away, like similar to that 2021 AFC Championship game where they had blew a 21-3 lead.
Yeah, see what they choked that one away, just like Texas choked against Texas Tech last Saturday.
Oh, that's right.
Oh my gosh. That was bad.
Yeah.
That was really bad.
That was bad. Speaking of bad, the Bears. They got the win over the Texans 23-20. Nothing really much to say about that.
Not really. Davis Mills, man, that was terrible what he did. He threw that interception. It cost his team, and the Bears ended up going to win. Davis Mills isn't bad, but the Texans, I'm surprised how decent they are competitively in games. They've been competing in games throughout the whole year. They were competitive with the Colts, they were competitive with the Bears, and they almost beat the Broncos.
Keyword almost.
Oh.
Right. So they're still in the hunt for that first win, but still, it'll be interesting to see at least how well they're competing.
Now let's talk about the biggest upset of last week, and that is the Jacksonville Jaguars absolutely slaughtering the Chargers 38-10. Who in the world saw this coming?
Did not see that coming.
I could not believe that.
Trevor Lawrence proves that he is definitely worth that first overall pick.
I agree 100%. I think Justin Herbert should not play this game. His ribs injury is worse than we thought. Realistically, it's worse than we thought because let's be honest here. His rib injury looks pretty bad. He did not look comfortable in the pocket at all. He looked really weak. Some of his throws were off, like just terrible. And Doug Pearson and the Jaguars. Who would have thought Doug Pearson and the Jaguars would be this good? And now he's tied for 5th on the all-time Jacksonville Jaguars coaches were wins, and he's only coached 3 games.
He's tied with Urban Meyer.
He's tied with Urban Meyer. And it's only 3 games. 3 games.
Crazy.
I couldn't believe it.
Trevor Lawrence had 262 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Lawrence looked good.
He looked pretty good.
Looks really good.
Right. The boys looking all right.
Next game, the Rams beat the Cardinals 20-12. Not really much to say there.
Cooper Kupp is pretty much the Cardinals' daddy, pretty much at this point. Cooper Kupp just owns them.
Yes, as long as he keeps doing his thing, the cup runneth over.
I will say, though, the Rams, one of the big problems with the Rams is they can't rely on Cooper Kupp every single game. They got to get other people involved in the offense. Higbee's a decent player, but you got to get other people involved. That's one of the things that my buddy was telling me about it today, like about the Rams 49ers game. He's worried because the 49ers have been playing pretty well against the Rams. And Cooper Kupp, though, it's insane how many targets he gets per game. Even though the Rams didn't really go for the offense once they tried to run the ball more, he still got targeted more than anyone else on the team, which is incredible.
But hey, Cam Akers finally showed up.
Finally.
Yeah.
So for those fantasy people that have him on their fantasy team, you got your wish for this week.
Finally.
Will it transpire this next week? We'll see.
Who knows? Who knows?
But in the end, the Rams got the win 20-12.
Yeah, I almost had to damn near put out an APB for Cam Akers.
Yeah, he almost ended up on a milk carton.
Yeah.
That's right.
Have you seen this missing person?
Yeah.
Golly. All right, next game, the Packers beat the Bucks 14-12.
Oh man, what can I say about
Bucks came so close to tying it up.
so close?
Yeah.
Did you see
Could
it?
not quite get that 2-point conversion to tie it up. I would have loved to see that game go to overtime, especially since this may have been the final meeting between the GOAT and that
bad man.
I mean,
You know,
those two guys are first ballot Hall of Famers, no doubt about it.
no doubt about that.
I agree. The Bucs offense, though, really does concern me, though, because in the first half of almost every game they played, they've been really just stagnant. They really haven't done much. And it's always been the second half of all their games this year they've actually came back. Even when it was with the Saints game, how many points they put up before that fourth quarter? 3?
3.
That's pretty bad.
3
And then
points.
against the Packers, how many points they put up before that? It was only 3 points in the
3
first
points.
half.
That's it.
They need to change things up in the first half of games. Otherwise, they're in deep, deep trouble.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised because, I mean, Todd Bowles is their head coach, and we saw a lot of this when he was coaching the Jets. So
That is true.
Right.
there we go. That remains to be seen. But there we go. Falcons beat the Seahawks 27-23.
I'm actually surprised both offenses look pretty good for what they did. But the defense is, let's be honest, both their defenses are absolutely terrible.
They are.
They are terrible. The offenses did what they could.
I got a new
Cordell
nickname.
Patterson.
Thank God I have him on my fantasy team. He's one of my MVPs of the week.
Can you believe, though, let's go crazy story of Cordell Patterson, though, just in general, his whole career?
Yeah,
he was a top wide receiver drafted, was great at kickoff returns,
phenomenal.
And now it's a running back. Wearing the number 84. Still blows my mind to this day. It's incredible. I'll give credit to him. He is making the best out of the bad situation. He's making the best of it.
From Rocky Top, Tennessee. Let's go Vols.
That's right. He is a former Volunteer.
Let's be honest. The Falcons honestly should be 3-0 right now.
They've been playing pretty good.
They've been playing pretty well. Been very close in all their games so far.
Give Mariota credit.
Give
Mariota credit, man. And another player that doesn't get enough attention that's really been catching my eye, Drake London.
Yeah.
He's been playing pretty good for a wide receiver, and he just has that size factor of him. Him and Kyle Pitts having to cover both of them is a tough task for a lot of teams.
He was the first receiver taken off the board, too.
That's right. Mm-hmm. He was.
Is he proving it? Is he proving to be that he should have been the first wide receiver taken?
I think so far, right now he is.
I think so.
I think so.
So far, I believe so. Then on Sunday night, we had an absolute snooze fest.
Oh, my
as
God.
The Denver Broncos beat the San Francisco 49ers 11-10.
At least the only good thing I will say about that game is Dan Orlovsky is no longer alone in the safety category.
But that's safety.
Jimmy Garoppolo. I will say about Jimmy Garoppolo. Jimmy Garoppolo officially stomped down. Jimmy Garbaggio put his foot down on racism. Good on Jimmy Garoppolo. Remember that in the end?
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Nicely done.
I bet I bet the porn stars he dated though probably fucking flooded their panties after that shit.
Let Russ cook. He's cooking all right. Whole lot of nothing.
Whole lot of. I don't think it's really Russell Wilson. I think it's more Nathaniel Hackett. True. I just do not like him as a head coach. Yeah, I think Nathaniel Hackett is making terrible decisions.
His play calling is just trash.
It's so bad. Why do they choose him over Eric Bieniemy? I will never understand that.
No idea.
It was between him and Eric Bieniemy. Why don't you hire Eric Bieniemy?
Who knows?
Bieniemy is a offense genius, while Nathaniel Hackett is terrible.
And then on Monday night,
how about them Cowboys? Yeah!
Cowboys got the dub over the Giants as the Giants get their first loss of the year, 23-16.
That's right. How about that, Tiny Tim? You talk about this game.
I am loving the defense more and more. Dan Quinn is such a great defensive coordinator. Micah Parsons is just picking up where he left off. It was great seeing Tank Lawrence getting back in there. I almost had to put out an APB for him. And Cooper Rush, only the third quarterback in team history to win his first 3 starts. Does anybody out there know who the first 2 were?
Dak Prescott.
Prescott?
Nope.
Oh, wait. Hold on. Repeat that again.
Cooper Rush is one of 3 Cowboys quarterbacks in team history to win their first 3 starts.
Okay.
Cooper Rush did it yesterday. No, surprisingly not Aikman.
Staubach?
No, it wasn't Aikman. It has to be Staubach.
Staubach was the first one.
Okay. Romo?
Nope.
It was not.
You guys will never guess.
Quincy Carter?
No.
Hutchinson? Was it Hutchinson?
Chad Hutchinson? No.
No. Okay.
You will never guess. It was first. It was Staubach. Then was another guy. Then Cooper Rush.
Vinny Testaverde.
No.
Vinny Testaverde. Wow,
no.
That's a name. I am
Kellen
not
Moore?
a pony, Romo.
Kellen Moore?
It wasn't Romo, and it wasn't
Kellen Moore.
And it wasn't Kellen Moore.
Okay. I'm probably not going to get this. I don't. Who's the third one? Jason Garrett.
Jason Garrett.
The clapper.
Yeah, Jason Garrett.
The clapper himself.
The clapper
himself. Oh
yeah,
my
so
God.
it was Staubach, Garrett, and Rush.
I'll be damned.
That's insane to think about.
And,
but it's true.
they're talking about maybe bringing Dak back for this Sunday against the Commanders.
That would actually be a good idea.
My advice would be, and no pun
Hold
intended,
off.
don't rush it. No pun intended. Don't.
I like that. Don't rush it.
Yeah, don't rush him getting back. Just if he is 100%, then I would take him. If he's not 100%, I'd wait. But we'll talk about this new old rivalry coming up later.
Now, before we get to week number 4, there's a little bet that Bill's Mafia paid to me. We're going to watch that right now. Let me share my screen.
This ought to be interesting.
Let me share my screen. So we go like this. Let's see what Bill's Mafia has to say. Can you guys hear it?
No. No heat, no volume right now.
Oh, fuck. Okay, hold on just a second. Okay, let me switch the audio to speakers. How about now? You guys hear it?
No.
Still nothing yet.
Fuck. Hold on.
Don't worry, you'll get it.
Hold on. Hold on. Please hold. Pause. And there we go. No. Can you hear now?
Still no.
Still nothing.
Good.
Nothing yet.
You guys hear it? No?
No, still don't.
Let me try something. Let me try on my end. Hold on. Let me go ahead. I will try my end. Give me a second here. Because mine's usually better about it. Let me see. Boom. Hey, Romy. Oh, yeah, by the way, Romy, I am not a pony. Fuck you. Asshole.
What's up, Romy? How you doing?
I hope you enjoyed that pasta you had.
Yeah.
All right, Alex, I have let me try sharing my screen. Give me a second here.
Well, let me just do that. There we go. Boom.
Just tell me when you're ready.
You're doing it right now.
Oh yeah, he is playing. He's doing the
Doing it right now.
challenge. That's right.
Yeah.
What is that supposed to be? Baby shampoo?
No, it's Fanta baby shampoo.
Oh, Fanta.
Fanta. Why would he do it over his jersey though? It's Josh Allinger. That's my question.
One more.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man.
Man, he paid it up. That's for sure.
My man. There we go. Oh shit. Hold up. And back to this. Back to this. There we go. Can you guys hear me now?
I can hear you.
Okay. That was Bill's Mafia doing his bet paid. Appreciate that. Next time, we'll do that again.
Absolutely. No, you gotta do another one. That's for 100%
Respect
sure.
Bill's Mafia for paying up his bet.
Hell yeah. Facts. Facts. You gotta respect him.
Let's get to week 4, shall we?
Yeah, week 4.
Week 4 for the 4 Horsemen.
4 for the Horsemen.
Oh,
You
yeah.
like them apples? Mm-hmm.
I like them.
Oh, yeah. Starting out Thursday night.
It's your game.
On Amazon Prime. Al Michaels, Chris Collinsworth on the call. It is the Miami Dolphins and the Cincinnati Bengals. This game is in Cincinnati. Bengals are a 4-point favorite. And the referee for this game is?
Trop Blake.
You know the rules. Who do you guys got and why?
I'll go first.
Maybe for last.
I'm going first on this one because I got a lot to say about this game. Dashy. You really think? Yeah, well, I'm wondering. Where are you, Dashy?
Speaking of which, joining us right now, ladies and gentlemen, we have a very special guest picker tonight.
Oh, we really? Oh, who we got?
It's Dashy.
Dashy.
Hey,
what's up, Dashy?
What is up, my brother?
What's
Not
up,
much.
Welcome to the Horsemen of Pick'ems.
Hell yeah.
Starting out tomorrow night, it's the Bengals and the Dolphins. We're going to get to these guys first.
So,
who y'all got?
I'm glad you're here, Dashy, because I'm going to talk to you about why this game will be a good game. This is going to be one of the games I'm looking forward to a lot this weekend. I think the Bengals offense and the Dolphins offense will be two offenses that will show a lot of fireworks. And I think that both these teams will be good on the offensive end. I think that both quarterbacks will make themselves will add to their passing totals so far. Tua Tagovailoa is one of the top passers so far, and Joe Burrow's had a resurgence game. They finally got their first win against the Jets, and I think that they are going to do well against the Dolphins. But the big thing at the end of the day is which defense will be able to make the stops and which offensive line will be able to protect their quarterback the most. Realistically, this game could go either way. Both of these offenses will be good and will show everything that they do everything they can to put up the most points. My thing though is I am excited to see the Cincinnati Bengals like all white uniforms though. They actually do have really good uniforms. Those all white uniforms are really good. Not gonna lie. But at the end of the day, this game I'm really thinking will come down to the fact that the Bengals offensive line, even though they had a good game last week, the offensive line will still allow the Dolphins to get plenty of sacks. I'm picking the Miami Dolphins to win a very close game, an offensive shootout game. I'm going to say my final score is going to be 37-34. Give me the Miami Dolphins in a close one. I think the big factor is Joe Burrow gets sacked 3 times. I think the Dolphins will only get sacked once, and I think that's what's going to make the difference in this game. Dolphins get the win very closely with the late field goal.
Tim, what do you got?
Well, I've been looking at this one very closely, and I kind of agree with everything that LC said here. If I'm not mistaken, didn't Tua get hurt a little bit, or is he?
He was a little bit because of his back or ankle, but they say it was a concussion, and the NFLPA is looking into that. But he was fine. He came back into the game.
Okay, well,
he should be fine this week too.
All right, he should be fine. This was kind of a little bit hard for me to decide here. I just say go with the home team on this one. I believe that this will be interesting, but I think it's going to be a late surge from Joe Burrow, and I believe that in the end the Bengals will take down Miami, even though Miami is looking pretty darn good. They're not going to let these guys get away with it. But I got Cincinnati taking this one by a score of 26-21.
Okay.
So I guess we should let Pizzle go first because he represents the visiting team.
That is actually
good. You know what?
I like that.
I'll allow it.
Anything.
I'll allow it. So this is a tough spot for us. I'm not going to lie. We're coming off a big emotional victory over the Bills, a team we haven't beaten in 7 games. And now we must travel to play the reigning, defending, undisputed AFC champion in the Cincinnati Bengals on a short week. This could be, and I think it will be, Joe Burrow versus Tua Tagovailoa. Last time they played each other was in college, LSU versus Alabama, and it was one of the best college games of the past decade. Depending on Tua's health, it's gonna come down to that. I think at home, on a short week, it's going to be tough for the Bengals, especially with, all their offensive line issues and their defense being very meh. So being that the Bengals are favorites and being that we are the underdogs, I'm going to go 2 for 2, ladies and gentlemen. It worked for me last week. It's going to work for me again this week. I got the Fins getting the win. 27-17. Fins up, baby!
Ooh, I like that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's delicious.
What do you got?
Here we go, Dasky.
All right. Let me say this real quick. Burrow versus Tua. These two, they faced off against each other back in college in 2019. The last time these two teams played each other in Cincinnati on Thursday Night Football, we came up victorious. Now we got the Dolphins coming back to Cincinnati again on a shortened week. But I think in the end, who dey?
There we go. And
I like it, Dash.
So I'm going with my boys, the Bengals, on this one.
There we go.
Nice.
I like that. Okay, next game on the list. We got the Minnesota Vikings and the New Orleans Saints. This game is in London. It's one of the first London games. And the Vikings are 2.5-point favorites.
2.5.
Kevin Kugler and Mark Sanchez on the call.
Clit Blakeman is the referee for this game.
We all got why.
Oh, this is gonna be jolly good. This is gonna be a jolly good game.
Jolly
here.
good show, my friend.
Jolly good show.
Yes. I gotta go with one of the best combos in the league right now. That would be Kirk Cousins and Justin Jefferson. But don't forget about Adam hooked on a Thielen.
Yeah.
Finally showed up last week.
Finally.
Yeah. I mean, there's another APB that I had to put out for a guy, and he finally showed up. Hopefully, he's going to stick around for a little while. New Orleans, I can't really trust their offense, and defense. I don't know about them. I gotta go with the team with more confidence. I got more confidence in the Vikings in this one. They're going to win. They're going to cover. Give me the Vikings on the road in jolly old England, 31-26, me lad.
Like it.
We got Dashy. We got Dashy.
Is this what I think it is?
He's going to
This is
lock
my
it.
stone cold lock of the century. All week.
Boom.
All right. This is my lock of the week for sure. I got the Vikings winning it. I got them winning 57-3. This is also my points.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
57-3.
57-3.
That's
Wow, Dashy, that's bold. I love it though.
Bold. That's huge.
Hey, I love this guy, but can someone check his papers?
Check your pulse.
Alex, go ahead. I just gotta give me a quick
All
second.
right. Let me just say hey to one person real quick in the chat. Snowman, what's going on, my friend? Now, I'm not one to gossip, but I hear that if you want the hottest of hot takes and the coldest of cold hard facts, check out Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson, weekdays at 8 o'clock. Check it out. Now, as far as this game goes, the Saints have a major problem on offense right now, which is never a good thing. The Vikings rallied to beat the Lions, but they have not looked the same on offense either. Where's Justin Jefferson? He was kind of missing last week. Plus, I think Dalvin Cook's out with a shoulder issue. This could be a low-scoring game, and I think the Vikings will find a way to get the job done. I'm going to go with the Vikings to get the win over the Saints. 21-17. There we go. Next game on the list we've got is the Cleveland Browns and the Atlanta Falcons. This game is in Atlanta.
Me.
Wait, what happened?
All right, my
Wait, what happened?
tablet almost died. My tablet almost died, so I had to plug that in real quick.
Oh.
But anyways, back to Vikings and Saints. Let me tell you about the Saints offense. The Saints offense with Jameis Winston is an absolute disastrous situation going on right now in New Orleans. Everyone in the Saints fan base is wishing that Jameis Winston would put his back on the shelf and let the Red Rifle Andy Dalton take over. Just like then the British Army back in the days wore the red coats. Andy Dalton, they want him to start. Because that'll make the Minnesota Vikings time winning much easier, especially given the fact the Vikings do have Adam hooked on a Thielen, Justin Gritty Master Jefferson, Double J, and this will be a Vikings shootout. I give me the Vikings to win this game over the Saints. Final score is going to be 34-17. Give me the Vikings to dream.
Now, let's go to the Cleveland Browns and the Falcons. This game is in Atlanta. The Browns are 1.5-point favorite, and the announcers are Beth Mallins and Tiki Barber.
Beth Mel, interesting. The referee is Craig Rolstad.
I guess I'll go first on this one. The Falcons are back at home after splitting 2 road games on the West Coast, losing to the Rams and beating the Seahawks last week. The offense looked good in the Seattle game, and I think that will carry over here. But can they stop Browns? I think they can. I believe they can. I'm going to go with the Falcons to beat the Browns by a final of 27-23. I like them apples.
I like it.
There we go. Who's next?
I'll go first on this. I'll go next on this one. The Browns do have the advantage in this game, knowing that they do have that little mini bye after playing the Steelers and winning. But the Falcons' offense will surprise a lot of people. I think that the Falcons' offense is definitely better than the Steelers' offense right now. May not be down the road, but right now it is. And I think the Falcons' offense will have a lot of offensive firepower that the Browns, I don't think, will be able to handle, especially how Denzel Ward still continues to be one of the worst cornerbacks in the league, especially according to Pro Football Focus, being one of the worst cornerbacks in the league.
Wow.
Before that Week 3 game, he had a passer rating of 158.3 allowed to him. So pretty much everyone is completing every single pass thrown to him. It dropped down slightly, so now it's at a 154. But still, at the end of the day, I think the Falcons will get this job done. I'm actually going to go with the Atlanta Falcons here. I don't consider this as me my upset pick of the week. I don't think
neither.
It's not the upset of the week that's coming a little later, but I still think that this Falcons will get the job done, and I think they will end up upsetting the Browns. Final score is going to be Falcons 31, Browns 27. Give me the Falcons.
I'll go next, but this game I've been going back and forth all week, and I don't know who to pick, but when in doubt, I go with the home team. That's what I'm going to do here. So give me the Falcons to win this one, but I think the Browns will keep it close.
Yes.
I love it, Dashy. I love it.
There we go.
Well, if I've seen one thing from the Atlanta Falcons is they just still have not gotten over that Super Bowl. They still have not gotten over that. They are more hungover than a pack of drunkards, I tell you.
Oh, they are.
I mean, they know how to start a good game, but I don't know if they can even know how to finish it. So I'm actually going with the visiting team on this one. This is not my upset special, but I'm going to take the Browns to win this one in a close game, 20-17. Give me the Brownies.
All right,
there we go. All right, next up, we have the Seattle Seahawks and the Detroit Lions. This game is in Detroit. Lions are 4.5-point favorites, and the announcers for this game are Chris Myers and Robert Smith.
The referee for this game is going to be Clay Martin.
Now, the Lions are coming off a loss in a game that they should have won against the Vikings last week.
Agreed.
And Seattle has lost 2 straight and have looked really bad in doing so.
Mm-hmm.
The Seahawks defense is bad, while the Lions have been really good on offense. And I think the Lions will get the job done here. So much so that I'm making the Lions my lock of the week.
And this is my stone cold lock of the century. All week.
33-20. Give me the Lions.
They're not my lock of the week, but damn it, I'm going to go with Detroit. I love the fact that Dan Campbell has turned this team around. Dan Campbell is one of the most likable coaches in the league. His story is a great story, and he's making the Lions a competitor. And, dude, can you believe this fact? The Lions haven't been favored in 2 games in the first first 4 weeks of the season since the 90s. That's actually incredible to think about. That's incredible to think about. That the Lions have been favored in their first 4 games, half of their first 4 games.
I'll be damned.
And almost in the 90s. That's absolutely insane to think about because the Lions right now, their offense is getting a job done. And getting if they get like a top-tier quarterback in the draft or they trade up for one or get someone in free agency, this Lions offensive team will compete with the Packers for that NFC North title. I'm telling you that right now. I don't think they'll compete for it this year, but next year, look out for the Lions to compete for that NFC North title.
There we go.
But right now, I think they crushed the Seahawks here. The Seahawks defense is an absolute joke. I think the Seahawks are a bottom 10 defense in the league. Give me the Lions to put up at least 30 points on the Seahawks. They've actually put up a lot of points this year. Surprisingly, the Lions are a top 10 offense in the league.
That's awesome.
That's actually great.
I'm happy. Hear. I'm happy for the Lions, man.
Oh, I am too. They're a top 10 offense in the league, and they rightfully deserve it. I'm seeing they will put up at least 30 here. 33-20 sounds like a good score. 33.
That was my score.
Wait a minute. We have the same score.
Did you cheat off me?
No.
Are you in my head? Are you in my head? If you're in my head, what am I thinking of right now?
Pancakes.
Tacos.
Ah, damn it. I almost had it.
Tim, what you got for this one?
Well, I agree with everything that LC said here. Detroit is starting to look like they can really be contenders for the NFC North pretty soon. I have nothing else to say about those Seattle Stinkhawks. I mean, that's my new nickname for them, the Stinkhawks.
I love it.
Until they can prove anything different for me. I just see them finishing at the bottom of their division this year, and I see them coming up a little bit short to the Lions in this game. Give me the Lions by a score of 27-23.
I'm gonna go with the Lions on this one because let me say this: Seahawks. I don't know what happened to them. I don't think they're going to get it figured out this week. So give me the Lions.
Sorry, Primo, your team sucks.
Next up, oh boy, it's Lucas's game. It's the New York Jets and the Pittsburgh Steelers. This game is in Pittsburgh. Steelers are 3.5-point favorites, and the announcers for this game are Greg Gumbel and Adam Archuleta.
I like it. And the referee is Brad Rogers. I actually like Brad Rogers. He's not a bad referee. Like Lane Clark wasn't bad last week. I'm hoping it continues here with Brad Rogers. Save me for last, Alex. You know the deal.
You got it.
I'm gonna go first on this one. So
there we go.
So this game was difficult for me to decide, but I feel the pain for some Steelers fans. But I hate to say this, but Matt Canada needs to go. I can't stress it enough. But I got Pittsburgh winning, but I don't think that's saying much.
I completely understand, Dashy.
All right.
I'll say more about when my turn's up. Go ahead, one of you guys.
Tim, what you got to say about this one?
Well, Pittsburgh is kind of have been having an identity crisis here, but if I'm not mistaken, Zach Wilson is back in the lineup for the Jets, if I'm not mistaken.
Hide the MILFs.
Hide the MILFs.
Yeah, hide the MILFs, y'all. And even though he may be coming back, I actually see the Jets falling short in this one. So I'm going to go with the Pack. They'll cover. I got the Steelers winning 28-24.
Well, Steelers will have been rested for 10 days now as the Jets come to town. Pittsburgh's offense has struggled in a big way, but this could be the game where it gets back on track. You know, the Jets have issues on defense, and I think Mitchell Trubisky will take advantage of that. Pittsburgh will win as Mitchell Trubisky quiets the Kenny Pickett talk. I'm going with the Steelers to get the win over the Jets by a final of 24-17. Now, Lucas, it's your turn. Cook.
Yeah, let's go, baby. So, Steelers and Jets. This is my pretty much official preview. I'll do a little bit more, talk more about a video. I'll talk more about it later this week. I'm going to do a preview video Friday. For hate weeks, pretty much in general, the next couple of weeks, there really isn't much. So I'm just going to wait till week 7 to make a official hate week video. But I'll just do previews the next couple of weeks. But going into this game, there's a few things we need to discuss. The Jets' offense isn't that bad, and I'm going to give the Jets credit. Their offense has definitely improved a little bit. You have Garrett Wilson, you have Corey Davis, and you did have Joe Flacco, but now will be the MILF Hunter Zach Wilson taking back over, and Breece Hall. They're definitely a decent offense, along with Tyler Kroft, who's had a resurgence in New York. This offense is not to be taken lightly, and with the Steelers now could be missing a killer Witherspoon in this game, that is a big concern. I do think that right now you do need to get Devin Bush off the starting roster, and you need to put in someone else, along, just like you did with Tyson Alalo and Montravius Adams, moving the nose tackles position, switching them up. You need to get Devin Bush out of there. I don't think you need to have Devin Bush on. I think you need to put Devin Bush on special teams. You need to have Robert Spillane start in his spot. With the Steelers offense, I think the Steelers offense could definitely get the job done. They do have a couple of corners, though. The Jets will have Sauce Gardner and Milner, who's another one, D. Milner, who has been having a surprisingly decent year for the Jets so far. But the thing is, if you're going to beat the Jets, you got to play the run game. I think the Steelers, the big thing is you need to establish the run often and early. I think you need to make the running game your focal point. I think that the running game has to be your top option here. The Jets do have a very below average defensive run game. Like, the Steelers are probably worse than the Jets, but the Jets defense in regards to the run defense isn't that really that good. So I think that you need to attack the run. You need to give Najee Harris the rock and Jalen Warren. You need to feed both of them. They both need to get at least 10 carries each. You need to make this offense also stay on the field. The Steelers right now are one of the worst teams in regards to offensive possession. They're bottom three in the league in regards to offensive possession. You need to change that. You need to make sure you need to hold on to the ball often and early. If you can do that and keep the Jets defense on the field, you're going to take advantage. You're going to get those points. The no huddle can be good at some situations. Like, you had success against the Browns on it, but you can't rely against the Jets. You need to make the no huddle offense something you do late in the quarter or late in the half. But you don't need to do it throughout the whole game. There's no reason to do that. You need to, against the Browns, to tire them out and get a score quickly. But I feel like right now the best thing is you need to improve the time possession offense. That is the big key of the game. And not only that, you need to get to the Zach Wilson. We do have the sack leader in the NFL, though, in Alex Highsmith. He is leading the league with 4.5 sacks. I can expect him to get at least another sack here to add to his total. I think the Steelers will get to Zach Wilson at least 3 times. I can definitely see 5. Because the Jets' offensive line has allowed 9 sacks, which is in the top 10 worst offensive lines in regards to the league. That's pretty crazy to think about, but it's the truth. I don't want to say too much else. I'm just going to get to my pick right now. I'll talk more about it in my preview video. Go watch that on Friday. I'll upload that Friday. But with that being said, give me the Pittsburgh Steelers to come in and get the win. I think that we will get the win. I think that the Steelers offense will do what they can to get the win. My final score is going to be 26-13. Give me the Steelers. The Jets get a late garbage time touchdown. And that's all I really got to say. Go Steelers. We need this win because after that, we got Buffalo and Tampa.
Wow, that's going to be rough.
Wave that towel.
Yes, sir. Let's wave it, baby. Woo!
Go.
All right.
Yeah.
Next game on the list, we got the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles are 6.5-point favorite. The announcers for this game are Respiro Adidas and Jay Feely.
Jay Feely. The announcers, the referee for this game is going to be Sean Hockley. I'm surprised he's getting this game.
Who y'all got and why?
I guess I'll go on this one.
Go, Dash.
So the Jaguars are coming off a big upset win over the Chargers last week.
Huge.
In the Philadelphia Chickens, I think they're coming off a win over the Cobra Commanders as well. This is not as easy as the lock as it sounds, but when in doubt, I go home team. Give me the Chickens to win this one.
There we go.
Hell yeah. I love it.
Okay. This is one of the best games of the weekend, I think. Who could have imagined? Watching an Eagles offense against the Jaguars defense I think is going to be a real treat this week. Can the Jaguars contain Jalen Hurts? It won't be easy. But at the end of the day, I'm going to agree. I'm going to go home team. I think the Eagles will find a way to get the job done, but I think it's going to be close. I'm going to go with the Eagles 28-24.
I'm going to say Tiny Tim for last in this one because I know he wants to talk about those Philadelphia Chickens. What I'll talk about real quick, though, for the Chickens. The Chickens actually have been playing pretty decently, and I will give them credit. Their offense with AJ Brown has been really good. Adding AJ Brown has added a whole different dimension at Eagles offense, and Nick Sirianni actually is playing coaching really well, and I think he definitely could be consideration for Coach of the Year right now. I could definitely see him and Doug Peterson being consideration for that spot. Doug Peterson and the Jaguars offense have been pretty good, especially with Travis Etienne, who actually has been pretty decent for the Jaguars in regards to the running game. I think that having Etienne in is helping Trevor Lawrence out. But at the end of the day, I think the Eagles' defense is too much for the Jacksonville Jaguars to really handle. I think that this game will be close, but I think the Eagles with Jake Elliott will get a late game-winning field goal to win this game. My final score is going to be Chickens 24, Jaguars 23. Give me those fly, chickens fly on the way to the barbecue.
There you go. Let's go.
All right, then. Yeah, this does look like a very tasty game to watch for the schedule this week. But I think Trevor Lawrence may just run into a brick wall here because as amazing as it is, and I can't believe I'm saying this, those chickens are looking pretty darn good. And for that reason, I'm taking those chickens. I'm gonna say they cover the spread quite well here. Give me the chickens over those Jacksonville Pussycats by a score of 30-20. Fly, chickens, fly.
There you go. Next up, we got the Bears and the Giants. New York Giants and the Chicago Bears. This game is in New York. The Giants are a 3-point favorites, and the announcers for this game are Joe Davis and Daryl Johnston.
The referee for this game is going to be Carl Sheffers. Do you mind if I go first on this one, Alex, real quick?
Go for it.
So, Bears and Giants. I know Carl from Aqua Teen Hunger Force would be wanting to watch this game, and I really hope to God that sometime.
Is it because of what I think it is?
Because the Giants, it's the Giants, man. Carl's the fan of the Giants. He loves them Giants, baby. And I think the Giants offense actually has been playing pretty decent. They almost beat the Cowboys, and now they're having a Bears team who the Bears offense really hasn't been that good. I don't think this will be my lock of the week or coin flip game of the week. If in doubt, I'm going to go with the home team realistically here. I think that the Giants are the better team at the end of the day, and I think they will get the job done. I think that Saquon Barkley runs all over them, and I think this is a revenge game for Saquon Barkley because last time Saquon Barkley played against the Bears, he had that season-ending injury.
That's true.
So I think he has that in his mind. I think he's going to want to put on a show in New York against those Chicago Bears, and I know Carl would definitely say it's a Stone Cold Lock Century week. It's not mine, but I think the Giants will end up getting the win. So the Giants will get the win over the Bears. Final score 20-17. Give me the Giants.
Now
I'll go next on this one. So let me see here. I didn't see Judah Trice's video, but I didn't like what the title of the video said.
What is that?
What did it say?
It says in part of the title, Saquon's funeral.
Huh. Oh,
I mean,
damn.
I don't think it's Saquon Barkley wants to go off in this game, but the Bears, they struggle in MetLife over the years. I think I got that continuing. Give me the Giants to beat the Bears.
I like it.
Yeah, my boys got that win against the Giants last week. Almost let it slip away, but we got back thanks to our great defense here. And I can see the Giants bouncing back in this one against a Chicago Bears team who I've not really trusted for quite some time now. Giants will bounce back in this one. Give me the Giants to win this one 27-20.
well, Lucas, it's funny you mentioned not the Stone Cold of the week, but the other one.
From Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Not that. Because This is my coin flip game of the week.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
This is my coin flip game of the week. So we're gonna have heads being the Bears, tails being the Giants. Ready? Here we go. Ba ba booey.
Boom.
Give me the Giants.
Okay, good.
Give me the
Okay.
Giants as they find a way to get to 3-1. Final, I'm going to say 20-14. Give me the Giants.
Close to mine. Only 3 points off, but close to mine.
Let's go, Big Blue. Next up, we have a trap game. The Chargers and the Texans. This game is in Houston, and the Chargers are 5-point favorites. And the announcers for this game, we have Andrew Kettleon and James Lofton.
Alex Kemp is the referee for this game.
Who do you guys got and why? Who wants to go first on this one?
Nothing much really need to say about this one. I just hope Justin Herbert is okay.
I do too.
I just hope he's okay because he's like one of the best young quarterbacks in the league in the last 5 years. And I'm not really feeling anything for the Texans right now. I guess there's not really much to say about this game except with or without Herbert, I still think that the Chargers will be able to get the job done. Give me the Lightning Bolts over the Texans 23-19.
And now go Chargers, go.
Oh,
Yes,
yes, I forgot about that.
Yes, sir. So the Chargers are really banged up. They lost Rashawn Slater for the year,
Oh,
and Joey Bosa is on injury reserve because of a groin injury.
oh.
So that's going to be really tough for them. That's in addition to all the injuries they've already had. The Texans have a chance to take advantage of that, but Davis Mills has really struggled the last couple weeks. Something says he gets it going here. I think they hang around in this one, but in the end, I'm going to go with the Chargers by a final of 27-24. Say it again.
And now go Chargers, go.
Bam.
Yeah.
There we go.
All right. Realistically, do you guys want my opinion?
Yes.
I don't think Justin Herbert should play this game. I really don't think he should. I think
their backup?
realistically, the Chargers should rest him. I think
Who's-
right now it's completely. Well, yeah, let me get to that. But
Okay.
it's just realistically just not a good idea to play him. I rather would see Chase Daniel play this game than Justin Herbert. Good Chase Daniel the experience. This isn't really a game they need right now. They can afford to lose this game because they still play games down the road, because they still have their division opponent. Even putting an Easton Stick, for God's sakes.
What? Easton Stick?
Easton Stick.
No
Yeah, I
way.
know. Put someone
No
in
way.
other than Justin Herbert right now. I think you realistically need to let Justin Herbert sit. I don't think Justin Herbert playing against this team is going to help him. And if he gets injured against the Texans, their season's screwed. Let's be real here. Their season completely now relies on Justin Herbert. If Justin Herbert is going to be injured out the year, just like Rashawn Slater, kiss their season goodbye. I think they win this game either or. But realistically, if I were Brandon Staley, the coach of the Chargers, I would probably bench Justin Herbert and let him rest for the next couple weeks.
Damn.
Just give him some rest. I don't think it's right now. It's a good time, but I think they will still end up winning. My final score is going to be 23-20. And say it with me.
Oh, hold on. You want me to play it one more
And
time?
now go Chargers, go.
Yep.
Oh, boom.
Gotta go with Chargers, baby.
Okay.
I think Justin Herbert needs to rest at least a couple of games until he's back 100%. I mean, he's your star quarterback. If you care about your star quarterbacks, I mean, seriously, you got to rest them. This is another situation when in doubt, go home team. This is not my upset. That's for a little later. It's not my upset yet. So I'm going to go to the Texans. It's just not my upset of the week. That's coming a little later.
I like that. I like it.
I
Like
like
I
it.
said, trap game. It could be.
It is absolutely trap
Shall
game.
see. Next game on the list, we got the Tennessee Titans and the Indianapolis Colts. This game is in Indianapolis. They are a 3.5-point favorite, and the announcers for this game are Adam Amin and Mark Schlereth.
Scott Novak is the referee for this game.
I guess I'll go first in this one. This is a big early season AFC South game. Both teams are coming off impressive home victories after terrible losses. Both teams have also dealt with a lot of injury issues. Each team wants to run the ball with their star running backs, Derrick Henry and Jonathan Taylor, respectively. So it will come down to who can do it better. My pick is going to be Jonathan Taylor getting more than Derrick Henry. I'm going to go with the Colts to beat the Titans by a final of 27-20.
My thing with this game is which quarterback's going to play better, Matt Ryan or Ryan Tannehill? Because I think the running games will be completely fine for both teams, but which quarterback is going to make the passes needed to get this team to win? Ryan Tannehill or Matt Ryan? I trust Matt Ryan more than I trust Ryan Tannehill, realistically. And realistically, I'm just going to say this right now. I want Malik Willis to start soon. I don't think Ryan Tannehill's the guy on the team anymore. I think that Malik Willis should be the starter in Tennessee for the foreseeable future. I think that Ryan Tannehill's on his way out. I think that Ryan Tannehill won't last much longer. I think that it's Malik Willis time soon. Like, trust me, if I were a Titans fan, I'd be clamoring for Malik Willis, but I'm not. But give me the Titans to win. The Titans, unfortunately, lose this game. I think Matt Ryan and the Colts get this done. Final score is going to be 28-23. Give me the Colts.
I'll go before I need to. I mean, this game is you got Ryan Tannehill go up against Matt Ryan. Those two quarterbacks knows each other's system real, but I wasn't sure who to pick. I'm gonna let.
Oh, hold up! He's letting fate decide, and that means
this is my coin flip. The car would be the Titans. The no cash value will be the Colts. Here we go.
Baba Booey.
No cash value, so I'm going to go with the Colts on this one.
There you go. I like it.
Nice. Love it.
Nice. I once again drafted Derrick Henry with the first pick of one of my fantasy leagues, and he's kind of been disappointing me a little bit. I mean, I don't know if he's even had a 100-yard game yet.
I think he might have one.
He just won. I mean, just about as bad as Zeke Elliott. Zeke Elliott really hasn't had a 100-yard game yet. And,
he hasn't been eating.
Not been eating as much.
Nope.
And I see. I mean, looking at this on paper, it looks like Jonathan Taylor may get a little bit more chunks out of the yardage than King Henry will. So for that, I'm giving the Colts at home close victory. But give me the Colts over the Titans by a score of 30-27.
Very nice. Next up, we have my game of the week. Game of the week. It is the Buffalo Bills and the Baltimore Ravens. This game is in Baltimore, and the Bills are 3-point favorites, and the announcers for this game are Ian Eagle and Charles Davis.
Guess who gets this game, Alex, referee-wise?
Jerome Boger.
You're right, it's Jerome Boger.
Oh, how about that? I guess I'll go first in this game because this is my game of the week. The Bills are playing consecutive road games, which, as we know in the NFL, is always tough to do. But they are coming off their first loss and have major injury issues. The Ravens have injury problems as well. Both quarterbacks, Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson are both playing at an MVP type level. So a lot of points, as this is going to be a shootout. I think I'm going to go with the Bills here to get the best of them and get back into the win column as they improve to 3-1. I'm going to go with the Bills 35-30.
I think the Ravens are the worst 2-1 team in the league. Here's my reason why. I think their defense is completely overrated. Their defense, and I said this before, and I was telling you, Alex, they're a double-edged sword. The Ravens' offense is really good, but their defense has a lot to be desired. If you allow Mac Jones to put a 26 against that's a problem.
Who?
If you allow the Jets to even compete with you, that's a problem. The Jets the Ravens offense has been good. I'm not going to get it wrong. Lamar Jackson has more touchdowns than anyone else, any other team in the entire league, all the other 31 teams. But the Buffalo Bills have something to match it. I think the Bills offense will be able to match this and be able to play very well. And I think the Bills will get the job done. I think they will limit Lamar Jackson. This will be the first game where Lamar looks very underwhelming. Give me the Bills to blow out the Ravens here. I think this is a blowout, pure and simply put. I think the Bills come out here and smack the Ravens around.
Blowout.
My final score is going to be 38-20. Give me the Bills easily in this game.
Wow.
This is also my game of the week. 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 And I think this is going to be a fantastic game. You got two quarterbacks who's playing like elite level right now. I mean, Bills are coming pissed off after that game, and the Ravens. I mean, how could you allow 26 points to the Patriots? I mean, seriously. But in the end, I'm going to go with the Bills on this one. But I do think the Ravens will make it a good game.
Yes.
I agree.
All right. Well, looking at this back and forth, you got some pretty good teams here in the AFC, and going through this back and forth, and I just said go with the home team, and even though Buffalo's going to make this very interesting, I'm going to give you the edge to the Ravens here by a late field goal. Give me the Ravens over the Bills, 38-35.
Love it. All right, Tim, it's your game next, as it is the Commies and the Cowboys. This game is in Jerry World. Cowboys are a 3-point favorite, and the announcers are Kevin Burkhardt and Greg Olson.
Sean Smith is the referee of this game, a referee who did not have a good game of week 2.
I think we all know the rules. Save Tim for last.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I will go first in this one. Washington, let's just say it. They were awful in all specs of the game last week, but Dallas is playing on a short week. Even so, this is a big mismatch here, as the Dallas defense against Washington's offensive line is going to be a huge factor. That line was bad last week. It will be here again. The Cowboys will win behind some turnovers forced by that line and a good ground game. I'm going to go with the boys to beat the Commies by a final of 27-18. Say it, Jimmy.
How about them Cowboys?
Go.
Give me the Cowboys here. Washington's not bad, but the Cowboys are just a little bit better. I'm still waiting for the Washington team to really show themselves to be a decent team, the Redskins, because let's be real here. I don't think they'll be at their fullest strength until Chase Young comes back. I think that when Chase Young comes back, they'll be a lot better. But I think right now the Cowboys are the little bit of a better team compared to the Redskins, and I think they will win. I'm going to pick the Cowboys here. My final score is going to be 32-20. Give me the Cowboys. Say it, Jimmy.
One more time.
How about them Cowboys?
Dashy, what do you got?
What I would say this. I don't know what the Commanders are trying to prove to the Eagles last week, but you're gonna coming back in the fourth quarter late. It's gonna come back and haunt you. This is why I don't trust the Commanders, especially playing against the Cowboys. I'm gonna go over the Cowboys on this one. So let me hear it, Jimmy.
What's
How
that?
about them Cowboys?
Tim? Cook.
I am loving this. I am loving this. Well, it is. I want to say this is starting to look like well, almost like the Doomsday defense of the '70s, but I would say like the Doomsday 2 of the '90s.
Oh.
I'm telling you that Micah Parsons, as I said before, he's just picking up where he left off. He's just taking them sacks. I mean, the whole Cowboys defense. Now let's see if I remember. 2 sacks on Tom Brady.
Yep.
9 sacks on Joe Burrow.
Woo!
5 sacks on Daniel Jones. 2, 9, that's 11, 5.
Carry the 1, fifth power.
16.
Square root of 9. Yeah, 16.
16 quarterback sacks for that Cowboys defense, and we're just 3 games into the season. I mean, you can't really deny that. As far as Cooper Rush is concerned, I think he's doing great. As I said earlier, do not rush Dak into getting back in for this week. Just hold him until next week. But and Zeke Elliott, he's not being fed enough. I mean, I'm starting to think that probably by season's end, actually it will be Tony Pollard who gets more rushing yards than Zeke Elliott.
Yep.
And that's what I'm starting to think. But that defense is just going to be way too much for those Cobra Commanders. And Carson Wentz he's going to have his hands full and then some. I got to roll with my boys with a final score of 31-24. Jimmy, give it to me.
How about them Cowboys?
Love to see it. You love to see it, man.
Mm.
Man, that's
Hell
awesome.
yeah.
The 4 most beautiful words in the English language.
Indeed. Now we're moving on to the 4:00 Sunday games. We're going to start out with the Arizona Cardinals and the Carolina Panthers. This game is in Carolina. Carolina is a 1.5-point favorite, and the announcers are Kenny Albert and Jonathan Vilma.
John Hussey is the referee for this game.
Who y'all got and why?
Alex, I think you know what time it is for me. It's
What's that?
my.
Oh, he's going to let fate decide?
Oh,
I'm gonna let fate decide. Time to let fate decide this one because realistically, I could not figure out who the hell would win this game. Both offenses are both defenses are So fate decides this one for me. I'm going to have the Eagle here as the heads be the home team Carolina Panthers. And then the cactus, it's appropriate, will be the Cardinals because they are in Arizona and there are a lot of cactuses there. Oh, God, and I dropped my coin. All right.
Oh, drop
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. About bing, bada boom. Oh my God! I flipped it on my head, on my face, on my hat.
you did it again.
Try that one more time. 3, 2, 1. Bada bing, bada boom.
Baba Booey.
Go.
Oh, boy.
I got heads. I'm going to Panthers.
Okay.
All right.
I'm going Panthers. Surprisingly, I did not expect to go with the Panthers. I thought I was going to land Cardinals, but Panthers. I'm going to go final score 28-27. Give me the Panthers. Baker Mayfield gets it done late.
Okay. Well, the Panthers are coming off their first victory of the year, while Arizona did little on offense in the loss to the Rams at home. This has the makings of a low-scoring game with both offenses struggling. So look for the Carolina defense to get the best of Kyler Murray. I think the Panthers get their second win of the season behind their defense, and questions really intensify as if Cliff Kingsbury is the right guy for the job in Arizona. I'm going to go with the Carolina Panthers to beat the Cardinals by a final of 23-20.
This doesn't really get my attention that much. It's it's one of those snooze fest games here, in my opinion. I don't know if you can find some kind of sound effect of crickets chirping or someone snooze or snoring or something like that. But this would be.
I got something similar though.
Oh, you do. Hey,
That was good.
I'll go with. I'll prove that. I'll prove that. That is good. That is good. I like that. Not going to be anything to write home about here. I'm just going to take the Panthers at home. Another one of those games where you just don't know what to choose. Pick the home team. I'm taking the Panthers to win this one over the Cardinals by a score of 20-17.
Okay. This match is about the battle of former Oklahoma Sooners starting quarterbacks. Kyle Murray versus Baker Mayfield. Kyle Murray got the best of Baker Mayfield of their first two meetings against each other. That was back when Baker Mayfield was with the Browns.
Yep.
Normally, when I'm unsure to pick, I go home team, but I ain't doing that today. I'm going with the Cardinals on this one. I think the Cardinals are due for a win in Carolina eventually. I think they get it done here. This is going to be another one of those snooze fest games. So this is not my upset. That's coming later.
All right. Excellent. All right. Next game we have is the Denver Broncos and the Las Vegas Raiders. This game is in Las Vegas. Raiders are a 2.5-point favorite, and the announcers are Kevin Harlan and Trent Green. Referee Lucas.
Referee for the Texans and not the Texans. God dang it. Broncos and Raiders. Sorry, is going to be Land Clark, the Landman.
This is a big AFC West game, especially for the Raiders. At 0-3, they need a victory in the worst way. They've lost some tough games, especially last week when they almost beat the Titans. And the Broncos have played well on defense, but their offense has been really struggling as of late. I mean, Russell Wilson has not been the same Russell Wilson that we know him being. And I think that is the big difference here. The desperate Raiders will move the ball on that Denver defense to find a way to get their first win of the year. I'm going with the Raiders to beat the Broncos 28-24.
Raiders.
Yeah. I don't know if Russell Wilson is trying to get into a groove with some of his receivers or not, but they got a good win there. But I think this calls for no, this is not my upset special or anything like that. I mean, I think it's time for the Raiders to get a victory here.
Yes.
Not going to be a huge scoring game. I'm going to say late field goal gets it for the Raiders. So give me Las Vegas at home by a score of 24-21.
There we go.
I'll go. Russell Wilson has never lost to the Raiders yet. The Raiders have won the last 4 games over the Broncos, dating back to the first game 2020 in Las Vegas. It'll go back and forth, but in the end, I think Russell Wilson and the Broncos will get it put out late. So give me Denver to win this one.
Oh, okay.
I'm really not sure who to pick in this one. The Raiders' offense has been hit or miss, but they've also blown games as of late. They could have tied with the Titans, and they absolutely blew it against the Cardinals. And then the less said about the first game, the better for the Raiders. Just less said, the better. They've been competitive on their games, but realistically, I'm liking what Dashy said about the fact that the Broncos and Russell Wilson has never lost to the Raiders. That's actually a really good point. It's a very good point. Could the Raiders go in 4? If they go in 4 here, their season's over. They are not going to win next week because they are absolutely not winning next week against Kansas City. Let's be real here. They're not. I think the Raiders do end up slightly winning here. I think that the Russell Wilson will have a good game. My thing is, I think Russell Wilson gets the job done, but I do not trust Nathaniel Hackett at the end of the day. I do not trust him. I would rather trust Bob Nutting for the Pirates than Nathaniel Hackett.
Oh,
Damn.
That's how bad both of them
that
are.
is-
I'd
that
rather
is
trust Bob
brutal.
Nutting as the owner.
that's
But still,
brutal.
give me I'm going to say this though. For head coach, I'd rather trust Richard Kotite than Nathaniel Hackett.
I don't know who that is.
He was the former Jets coach, the 1-15 guy before
Yeah.
Parcells.
Okay.
Yeah.
That
Yeah, I
name
would
is-
rather
that
trust
was-
Richard
throwback.
Kotite than Nathaniel Hackett. I don't like Nathaniel Hackett at all. I think he's going to blow it. I think we're going to see another dumb decision for Nathaniel Hackett, and it's going to cost his team. Give me the final score 27-26. Give me the Raiders.
Okay. Next game on the list we have is the New England Patriots in the Green Bay Packers. This game is in Green Bay. Green Bay is a 9.5-point favorites because the Patriots are starting Brian Hoyer instead of Mac Jones. And the announcers for this game are Jim Nantz and Tony Romo. They get the A team this week.
Finally, they get the A team. The referee for this game is going to be Adrian Hill.
Who do you guys
Nope.
got and why?
I'm going first on this
Nope.
one. I did not evacuate, because it did not affect me at all. But let's be real here.
You're safe.
I'm just going to make this simple and quick. Alex, play the sound effect.
And this is my stone cold lock of the century. All week.
Do I really need to explain why at this game?
Yeah.
Brian Hoyer against Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay. Yeah, no thanks. I would rather trust a pig flying from the Simpsons movie than trust Brian Hoyer to win in Green Bay. I would rather see Kanye West interrupt more VMA ceremonies when he's 6 feet under than see Brian Hoyer win in Green Bay. My final score is going to be 49-7. Give me the Packers.
Holy 7.
No comment here. Give me the Packers.
There we go.
Well, Alex, you did it for LC. Do it for me.
2 for 2. Let's
And
go.
this is my stone cold lock of the century. All week.
Now, I've been trying to come up with some stuff kind of like what LC did here. I would rather make Ellen DeGeneres go straight than to trust Brian Hoyer
Jeez.
against that bad man. I would rather. I can't think of anything right now. But I mean, this is
How
like
about-
the total. This is like the mismatch of the century here.
I would
mean-
rather have Captain Morgan be my quarterback than Brian Hoyer.
Captain Morgan. There you
Captain
go. There you go.
It's a lot of rum.
I'd rather have Pedro from Napoleon Dynamite be my quarterback than Brian Hoyer.
Right. Hell, I'd rather have Mr. Mackey from South Park. I'd rather have him than Brian Hoyer. But let me just get. It's just going to be short and sweet. Aaron Rodgers, he and the Packers, they are going to mop the floor over Brian Hoyer. Give me the Packers. That's my lock. 38-10.
Awesome. Sunday night, we get a rematch of a recent Super Bowl. It's the Kansas City Chiefs and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This game is in, I don't know if they're going to change the location because of the hurricane.
I actually just found this out. So, if they do have to change this game out for the hurricane, guess where it will be played?
Minnesota.
Minnesota. That's right. It'll be in Minnesota.
Good.
Not even Miami.
Nope, not even Miami.
Wow.
Why not Miami?
Why?
It's the perfect opportunity. You just play Miami.
Makes no sense. But it's on NBC. Check local listings. Kansas City is 2-point favorites. Announcers, we all know who it is. It's Mike Tirico and Chris Collinsworth.
And the referee for this game is going to be Phil Vinovich.
Who do you guys got and why?
I'll go first on this one. So the Chiefs are looking for some payback on the Buccaneers after losing Super Bowl 55 to the Buccaneers. Tom Brady is pissed off after that loss. If you're doing a pissed off Brady, you're not gonna have a good day. So for sound it. I'm going to Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's my upset special of the week. So give me Tampa Bay to knock off Kansas City, drop the Chiefs to 2-2.
I like that a lot.
Well, this is a rematch of Super Bowl 55, and this is also my game of the week. Game of the week. Game of the week. Game of the week. Game of the week.
Bye.
Yep, that's right. That's right. I mean, in that Super Bowl game, I had never seen anyone just dominate someone like Tom Brady dominated Patrick Mahomes and the Bills. Now, or Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. I don't actually see a repeat of this happening. I'm actually going to say that the Chiefs are going to stay in it all the way till the very end, but it is going to be a late second field goal or a late minute field goal. I'm taking Tampa Bay to just nip out the Chiefs 33-30, but it's going to be one hell of a contest just the same.
Damn right.
It is going to be one hell of a game. This is my this is my game of the week.
Bang bang.
Game of the week. Game of the week.
Snaps all around. Yes.
Hell yeah. Snaps all around. The Chiefs offense is coming in after completely laying an egg in Indianapolis. Let's be real here. They laid an egg. Playing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who have not been at all a good team in the first half. If Kansas City gets up by at least 2 touchdowns against the Buccaneers, it's game over. The Buccaneers will not be able to come back. Tom Brady just has not been that cardiac kid like he used to. He got past the Saints, sure, but realistically, their team just in general has not been the comeback team that they used to. They literally had to have Dak injured in order to really beat the Cowboys. And just overall in general, the Buccaneers offense has not impressed me at all this year. It really hasn't. I think the Chiefs offense has just been better, and I think they will get the job done. I think this will be a close game, but I think at the end of the day, I think the Chiefs will end up getting the revenge in Tampa. Final score is going to be 30-20. 30-27. Give me the Chiefs in this one.
Okay. Well, the Chiefs are playing consecutive road games after they came off a loss to Indianapolis and the Colts. The Bucs lost last week to the Packers in a game which they did little to nothing on offense. The Chiefs haven't been good on offense this year as they have been in recent years and will be challenged by that really damn good Tampa Bay defense. The Bucs, though, are too limited on offense to win this game. I still think that the Chiefs will find a way to get the job done. I'm going to go with the Chiefs to beat the Bucs 23-17.
Mm-hmm.
And then finally, we got a special one on Monday because not only do we have a Monday night game, but it's also my birthday as we get the Rams against the 49ers on my birthday.
That's right. My birthday was on Monday, so I got to see Cowboys Giants. Now you get your birthday a week after mine.
There we go. We got the Los Angeles Rams and the San Francisco 49ers. This game is in San Francisco. 49ers are 2.5-point favorites, and it's Joe Buck and Troy Aikman, Beavis and Butthead on the call. And we also have Manicast.
Oh,
Manicast is always superior. The official for this game is going to be, I have it up here, Brad Allen.
Oh, so you mind going before me?
I will mind that.
Go for
The
it.
Rams have struggled
Let's
against the
go.
49ers recently, especially on Monday Night Football. Remember last year when the 49ers completely embarrassed the Rams on Monday Night Football 31-10? That was not fun, was it, for the Rams fans? But I think this is time for the Rams to turn things around. So, Alex, sound the
Yes, sir.
alarm.
Oh, baby. It's hot.
It's a slight upset, but it's my upset special of the week. I think that the Rams will get the job done. The Rams need a signature win, and I think they will get it done here. The Niners' offense has not looked consistent, and I think that even though they played one against the Seahawks, it's still just a mirage, and I think that they're going to be in deep, deep trouble for this next couple of weeks. Their defense will keep them in the game, but I think the Rams' offense will get the job done. My final score is going to be Rams 27, 49ers 23. Sorry, A-Bomb. I gotta be.
Hey, bomb.
All right. This is by far one of the most difficult games to decide, but it's SoCal versus NorCal. In NorCal territory. Situations like this, I give the advantage to the home team. That's what I'm going to do here. So give me the 49ers to win this one.
Okay.
I like it.
All right. Well, Cooper Cup is starting to really make some noise again. I don't think Jimmy G is quite the answer in San Francisco. Everybody's been wanting to see if they were going to trade him or not. I can see the Rams bouncing back here in a good way. So I guess sound the alarm.
Oh, baby.
I say those Rams get a little bit of revenge from last time. Give me the Rams to go into the Golden Gate area and take down those Niners, although it's going to be a close one. I say 27-24.
All right. Well,
Okay.
the 49ers didn't do a lot on offense in losing to the Broncos last week. Jimmy Garbaggio proved why he is Garbaggio. He has to do better here. The Rams haven't looked right either, but they are 2-1 after beating the Cardinals. The 49ers will be without their left tackle Trent Williams, which will be huge for them. So look for the Rams to get the best of Jimmy Garoppolo and that 49ers offense. I'm going to go with the Rams to beat the 49ers by a final of 28-21.
All righty.
And that's it for week number 4.
That
Ladies
is
and
it.
gentlemen, thank you guys for joining us. Dashy, thank you so much for being the guest picker this week. Really do appreciate you, and best of luck tomorrow night.
Yeah, best of luck as well.
And actually, we got a bet, don't we? We have a
Yeah.
bet for this
I wanna
game,
hear
don't we?
Do we
Yeah.
have time to hear about it?
Yeah, the bet is loser will have to sing a song of the winner's choice.
Oh.
And that will happen next week, probably. We'll find out. But regardless, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Tomorrow night, I will be streaming, doing my play-by-play live reactions to the Bengals and the Dolphins. I know he will be doing his on his channel as well, right?
Yep.
And there we go. So for Dashy, for LC Muscles 28, for Tiny Tim, for Horsemen, A Pizzle saying peace out and fins up, baby.
Let's go Steelers. Get this win.
Who dang?
How about them Cowboys?
Oh yeah.